Hello guys, in this video we shall talk about a very basic and fundamental concept in classical mechanics, that is inertia. We'll try to use the concept of inertia in solving the given problem, and later on we will also delve deep into this concept to solve various other theoretical questions which we give a mathematical approach. Let's get started. So what is inertia? As written there, it is actually the resistance that is offered during change of state. So a body is at rest, wants to be at rest. Okay, why? Simply because it offers resistance for its state to be changed. Now the question is, heavier body we need to apply greater forces, and for a lighter body we apply lighter or weak forces to change in state. It is very obvious that a heavier body will have higher inertia, therefore the resistance that it will offer will be greater than a lighter body. But in this given problem, the question says that if a disk of mass m and radius r, a ring of mass m and radius r, a hollow sphere of mass m and radius r, and a solid sphere of mass m and radius r, all these bodies roll down from point P on an inclined plane, then which will reach bottom first? So if all these bodies are set to roll down from point P, which will win the race? That's the question. So we'll use the concept of inertia to solve this. So inertia is fundamentally the resistance that is offered. Now if a body is doing translational motion, which means the motion in one direction, then translational inertia or very natural normal inertia works. For a heavier body, it's greater. That's why we need to apply greater forces for a heavier body to change its state. But here we shall be using the concept of rotational inertia, which is exactly the same as translational inertia. But we can see that since the mass of all bodies here given, disk, ring, hollow sphere and solid sphere, is m, therefore translational inertia of all these bodies is exactly the same. So what differs is rotational inertia, and rotational inertia is actually defined as a product of these two factors. Dm into dr square, dr square, where dr is distance from axis of rotation. Okay, so rotational inertia simply means that how far and in what orientation the mass is distributed around the axis of rotation. Okay, so we'll solve this. For ring, we can see that for ring, entire mass is distributed at a certain distance r from the axis of its rotation. Okay, so and this is mass m. For a disk, let's say the entire mass is distributed throughout the body, and this entire mass is actually m. So from our notion of rotational inertia, we can say that inertia of a ring is greater than inertia of a disk. Why? Because its mass is distributed at a certain distance from the axis of rotation, where in the case of disk the entire mass is distributed throughout the body. Same goes with hollow sphere and solid sphere. We can intuitively imagine that the inertia of solid sphere will be lesser than that of hollow sphere, because in hollow sphere the entire mass is distributed at a certain distance from the axis of rotation. Okay, now we'll solve this question. So a body having greater rotational inertia will offer more resistance to change of its state. Okay, therefore in these ones, that body will win the race which offers less resistance, thus have less inertia. So if we calculate inertia of all the bodies, we will find the disk is mr square by 2, or we can say 0.5 mr square. A ring, it is mr square that is actually mr square, so nothing like that. Hollow sphere, it is 2 by 3 mr square, that is also equivalent to 0.6 mr square. And for solid sphere, it is 2 by 5 mr square, and we can also write this as 0.4 mr square. So we can see that solid sphere has less rotational inertia, and therefore it offers less resistance. So this will be the first to reach the bottom, and then this offers less resistance, and this will reach the second, and this will be third, and this will be fourth. So we can actually arrange them in order. So first will be solid sphere, then hollow sphere, then will be disc, then this will be the rank that which will reach the bottom first. So first solid sphere will reach, then the disc, then hollow sphere, and then ring. So that's all for today. I think that would help you. So like, share and subscribe. Thank you.